Welcome friends, in today's video we'll be driving into the fascinating world of the USA coinage. The quarter dollar and enduring icon of American currencies has told the nation's story since 1796. But from 1982 through the first decade of the 2000s it transformed from a simple monetary tool into a medium for national pride, geographic celebration, and historic remembrance. Let's journey through 4 key years: 1982, 1988, 2006, and 2007 to uncover the history, design, and condition of these fascinating coins. In the first step, 2007, the United States Mint released the 9th installment of its historic 50-state quarters program, a bold and wildly popular initiative that ran from 1999 to 2008. Each quarter paid tribute to a different U.S. state, capturing regional pride, cultural heritage, and geographic uniqueness on one of America's most commonly used coins. In 2007, 5 western states, Montana, Washington, Idaho, Wyoming, and Utah, were honored. Together, these coins form a numismatic portrait of frontier resilience, breathtaking nature, and national unity. Quarter release date: January 29, 2007. Statehood: 41st state, 1889. A bison skull floating over the mountainous terrain. The words "Big Sky Country" appear beneath the scene. Reverse design by Donna Weaver, sculpted by Phoebe Hemphill. The bison skull evokes themes of Native American culture, natural history, and the wild identity of the Great Plains. It floats above Montana's expansive landscape, a literal homage to the big sky for which the state is named. Montana encompasses part of the Rocky Mountains and the High Plains. It is known for its dramatic skies, open prairies, and rugged wilderness. Philadelphia Mint P, 257 million. Denver Mint D, 256 million. Worth face value $0. Vinci 5 less than high. O about uncirculated MS6. OMS63. $1. $3. Ms 65 plus. $5. MS67 certified. $25. $75, depending on luster and strike. Quarter release date: April 2, 2007. Statehood: 42nd state, 1889. A leaping Chinook salmon appears before Mount Rainier, the tallest mountain in Washington. Reverse design by Susan Gamble, sculpted by Charles L. Vickers. Washington's design is a living postcard. The salmon is essential to both the state's ecosystem and its indigenous heritage. Mount Rainier looms in the background, embodying the power and presence of Washington's geography. Washington is home to temperate rainforests, Pacific coastline, and volcanic peaks. P Mint, 265 million. D Mint, 280 million. Highest of all 2007 quarters common, if its face value in typical use. MS65, $4. $6. MS67 plus, $25. $60. Deep mirror proof strikes in PR 6970 silver proofs. $10. $30. Quarter release date: June 4, 2007. Statehood: 43rd state, 1890. A majestic peregrine falcon soars in front of the state's outline. Esto Perpetua is Idaho's motto, designed by Don Everhart. The peregrine falcon symbolizes resilience. Once endangered, it was reintroduced in Idaho, a state where nature often leads the way. The inclusion of the state outline reminds us where this legacy lives. Idaho's terrain includes mountains, canyons, rivers, and the Snake River Plain. P Mint, 254 million. D Mint, 248 million. Face value: MS65, $3. $6. MS67 plus, $30. $75, particularly in sealed mint rolls or certified slabs. Quarter release date: September 4, 2007. Statehood: 44th state, 1890. Design description: a bucking horse and rider, symbolizing the spirit of the American West. Inscription: the Equality State, designed by Norman Namath. The image of a cowboy on a rearing horse is a long-standing Wyoming emblem, appearing on license plates and the state seal. Wyoming was also the first state to grant women the right to vote, earning its nickname, the Equality State. Known for Yellowstone and Grand Teton National Parks, open plains, and cowboy culture. P Mint, 243 million. D Mint, 22,600,000. Widespread and common. MS65, $3. $6. MS67 or higher. NGCPCGS, $30. $85. Quarter release date: November 5, 2007. Statehood: 45th state, 1896. 2 steam locomotives meet at Promontory Summit, with the golden spike in between, commemorating the completion of the first transcontinental railroad. Crossroads of the West arches below. Designed by Joseph Mena. Utah's coin honors one of America's great engineering and social achievements, the linking of East and West by rail in 1869. The scene at Promontory marked the literal joining of a nation, known for deserts, mountains, salt flats, and Mormon heritage. A central hub between California and the rest of the U.S. P Mint, 255 million. D Mint, 236 million. Face value: MS65, $4. $7. MS6 8 examples rare. up to $1,000 minted in both clad and 90% silver versions. Silver-proof sets often command $25, $40. Deep Cameo PR69 PR70. Examples are popular among collectors. Contain both P and D versions of all 10 coins, including nickels, dimes, etc. Typically worth $15, $25, depending on preservation. The 2007 state quarters tell stories of mountains and salmon, trains and cowboys, falcons and equality. Each coin from this year represents a chapter in America's westward expansion and cultural evolution. They were made not just to circulate but to educate, commemorate, and connect every American to their country's soul. Whether found in pocket, change, or sealed in a collector's book, these coins remain enduring symbols of our shared geography and values. Storage. Use archival safe flips or coin capsules to preserve uncirculated surfaces. Authentication. Get coins certified by PC or NGC to ensure grade and value. Look for errors. 2007 coins may feature die cracks, off-centers, or double dies valuable in mint state. Complete set value. A full uncirculated or proof 2007 set is worth $10, $30 more in silver. The next step, 2006. The 50-state quarters program entered its 8th year, by then a resounding success. Millions of Americans had taken to collecting coins from all 50 states. These quarters, though worth just 25 cents, became cherished symbols of identity, heritage, and pride. That year, 5 more states joined the series: Nevada, Nebraska, Colorado, North Dakota, and South Dakota. Together they captured the vast heartland and rugged landscapes of the American West and Midwest. Quarter release date, January 31st, 2006. Statehood. 36th state, 1864. 3 wild Mustangs gallop across an open plain. Background, snow-capped mountains and sagebrush, a rising sun, and a ribbon stating the Silver State. Designed by Don Ebra, the wild Mustangs are living symbols of freedom and the untamed spirit of the West. Nevada's rich mining history, particularly in silver, shaped its nickname and fueled its early development. Nevada is largely desert but rich in mineral deposits, home to the Sierra Nevada mountains and parts of the Great Basin. Philadelphia, P 277 million, Denver, D 263 million. Circulated face value 25 cents, uncirculated MS65, MS67, $3, $10. High-grade proofs, PR69, PR70, $10, $30, especially silver quarter release. Date, April 3, 2006. Statehood, 37th state, 1867. A covered wagon heading west past Chimney Rock, a famous 19th century landmark, symbolizes the Oregon Trail and westward expansion. Designed by Charles Vickers, Chimney Rock was a beacon for thousands of pioneers on the Oregon Trail. The design honors Nebraska's role in the Great Migration westward, a journey fueled by hope and resilience. Nebraska lies in the Great Plains, with vast grasslands, rivers, and prairie history. Philadelphia, P 318 million. Denver, D 275 million. Circulated, 25 cents. Uncirculated, MS65 plus, $3, $12. Silver proofs, PR6970, $15, $40 plus. Quarter release date, June 14, 2006. Statehood, 38th state, 1876. A breathtaking mountain vista, likely the Rocky Mountains, above evergreens and the words "Colorful Colorado." Designed by Norman Namath, Colorado's coin is a love letter to the Rockies. The towering peaks and alpine forests reflect its reputation as a land of natural wonder and outdoor adventure. Colorado is the highest average elevation state, home to the Continental Divide and iconic ski towns. Philadelphia, P 274 million. Denver, D 264 million. Circulated, still common. Face value MS66, MS67, $5, $15. PR70 DCAM. Silver proofs, $25, $50. Quarter release date, August 28, 2006. Statehood, 39th state, 1889. Two American bison standing before the rugged Badlands. Designed by Stephen Clark. The bison once roamed North Dakota in the millions, forming the backbone of Native American life. The coin preserves that wild spirit, framed by the haunting beauty of the Badlands, known for wide plains, rolling hills, and badland terrain. Home to Theodore Roosevelt National Park. Philadelphia, P 305 million. Denver, D 265 million. Circulated, 25 cents. Uncirculated, MS65, MS68, $5, $25. Proof silver quarters, $15, $40. Quarter release date, November 6, 2006. Statehood, 40th state, 1889. A pheasant in flight over Mount Rushmore, flanked by wheat stalks. Designed by John Mercanty. The South Dakota coin is rich in iconography. Rushmore for the nation, the pheasant for local wildlife, and wheat for agricultural power. It's both national and deeply local. Known for Black Hills, Badlands, and prairies, agriculture and tourism shape its economy. Philadelphia, P 245 million. Denver, D 265 million. Circulated, 25 cents. Uncirculated, MS66, MS68, $5, $30 silver proofs. $15, $50 plus includes P&D versions of all state quarters. Market value $15, $25 produced at San Francisco Mint S. Contains all 5 state quarters in 90% silver. Value $25, $45 depending on condition and grade. Circulated coins are often worn and worth only face value unless part of a complete set. Uncirculated coins retain luster, full details, and grade MS60+. They're worth $2, $20 depending on grade and certification. PCGS and NGC graded coins, MS67, MS70, or PR69, PR70 can be valuable. Coins in original US Mint packaging retain higher resale appeal. Off-center strikes, die clashes, and doubled dies exist for some 2006 quarters. Certified error coins may fetch $50 to $500 depending on severity. The 2006 state quarters honor more than just states. They celebrate rivers and rock formations, herds and horizons, peaks and pioneers, whether clutched in a child's first coin folder or locked away in a professional registry set. These coins are reminders that history is everywhere, even in your pocket. In 1982, the United States was in the grip of economic uncertainty. Inflation, recession, and budget cuts affected everything from fuel prices to federal programs of End the U.S. Mint, and within that challenging year, a simple 25-cent coin, the 1982 Washington quarter, became an unexpected symbol of historical transition, subtle rarity, and enduring American identity. It bore a familiar face, George Washington, but inscribed above him was a single powerful word, liberty. Designer John Flanagan, original design from 1932 bust of George Washington. Facing left, the word liberty arches across the top, "In God We Trust." To the left of Washington, the date 1982 is at the bottom, the word liberty, who has appeared on American coins since the 18th century. But its placement on the quarter above Washington's head gives it a solemn authority. In 1982, during a time of political tension and economic downturn, that word carried extra weight. A bold American eagle with wings spread. The eagle perches on a bundle of arrows, military preparedness. 2 olive branches below, peace united, States of America, and E pluribus unum above, $quarter below. The eagle design had remained unchanged since 1932 and would continue until 1998. It symbolized unity, readiness, and hope, all essential themes during 1982's its struggles. Recession. The U.S. faced its worst economic downturn since the Great Depression. Unemployment, above 10%. Inflation, high interest rates, skyrocketed to over 15%. Rust Belt, factories shuttered. Farm Belt, drought and debt. Sun Belt, growing but strained. National morale was low, but patriotism was high. The Washington quarter, bearing liberty, the nation's founding father, and the bold eagle quietly passed from hand to hand, a reminder of resilience in everyday life. Philadelphia, P. No mint mark. Denver, D. Mint mark on obverse. No mint sets issued this year. Very important. 1982 P. 500,931,000. 1982. Dean 480,042,788. No proof quarters issued for general circulation, only in special proof sets from San Francisco, because the U.S. Mint canceled annual uncirculated coin sets in 1982 and 1983 to cut costs. Collectors did not receive mint quality coins through standard sets. This makes well-preserved 1982 quarters harder to find than those of other years. Most 1982 quarters were heavily circulated, used in commerce, vending machines, and tolls. Worn coins are worth face value, $0. Vinci cinco. Scratches, smoothing, and dull surfaces are common. Liberty and E pluribus unum may be faint high points on Washington's hair and eagle's wings, where quickly edges may be nicked or reading grooved. Edge may be worn smooth, despite being common in circulation. Finding a truly pristine 1982 quarter of and one that merely escaped wear is a serious challenge today. High-grade 1982 quarters are rare in mint state. MS65 or higher grade 1982 P1982D MS60 MS62 $3, $3 MS63 MS64 $3.74, $8 MS65 $10 2015 $30 MS66 $40 $8,075 $150 Ms 67 plus up to $600 plus up to $1,500 plus. The 1982D and MS67 condition is especially rare. Fewer than a dozen are known at top grade. In auctions they can reach over $1,000. Strong doubling in the word liberty, or the date. Very rare and highly valuable, $1,000 plus if certified. Partial printing, where part of the design is missing. Crescent missing due to faulty blank cutting. These error coins are often overlooked in pocket change, but with a sharp eye and some luck, they can be discovered. Grows as younger collectors realized. 1982 quarters are surprisingly tough in mint state, often included in typesets or modern quarter runs, represents a turning point in as mint production. Set the stage for redesign efforts in the 1990s. State quarters launched in 1999. The 1982 quarter is a quiet collector gem, modest in appearance, rich in history. Use archival quality flips or hard plastic holders for storage. Avoid touching the fields, oils, damage mint luster. Submit to PCGS or NGC for high-value coins. An MS671982D or a verified double-die error can become a highlight of your modern collection. In the turbulent year of 1982, Americans faced rising costs, social strain, and shrinking government budgets. But in their pockets, they carried a little piece of reassurance, the Washington Quarter, marked with liberty, guarded by the eagle, and ready for anything. For collectors today, it's not just a coin, it's a chapter of the American story told in copper and nickel. The last step, 1988, Americans were living through the final years of the Cold War, the final months of Ronald Reagan's presidency, and the early growth of a new global economy. Amid this time of social and technological evolution, a humble but familiar object quietly continued its service, the Washington Quarter. Stamped with the word liberty and the trusted face of the nation's first president, the 1988 Liberty Quarter wasn't flashy, but it was everywhere in lunch lines, gas stations, and pockets across the country. Denomination: 25 cents, $quarter. Obverse designer: John Flanagan. Original design from 1932. Reverse designer: John Flanagan. Outer layers: 75% copper, 25% nickel. Cupronickel core: 100% copper. Weight: 5.67 grams. Diameter: 24.3 millimeters. Edge: redded bust of George Washington. Facing left, the word liberty prominently arched above his head and God We Trust to his left. The date 1988 below his chin, mint mark if any. Just right of the ribbon tie on Washington's ponytail, the word liberty reminds Americans not just of political freedom, but of the ideals that Washington fought for. On this coin it stands timeless above the head of the very man who defined a republic, a powerful eagle with outstretched wings, perched on a bundle of arrows, strength and military readiness, olive branches below peace. Inscriptions: United States of America, above E pluribus unum, beneath that $quarter. At the bottom the eagle clutches arrows and rests above peace, an echo of the nation's ongoing balance between strength and diplomacy during the Cold War era. U.S. population approximately 244 million. President: Ronald Reagan, final year of his second term. George H.W. Bush elected president in November. NASA returned to spaceflight after the Challenger disaster. Cold War tensions eased with reforms in the Soviet Union. Sunbelt states Florida, Texas, Arizona were growing rapidly. Rust Belt continued to struggle with manufacturing decline. The economy was shifting toward technology and finance in 1988. The quarter was more than just currency, it was a piece of a country on the cusp of transformation. Whether in the cornfields of Iowa or the skyscrapers of Manhattan, the same 25-cent piece bought soda, paid for parking, and reminded people of a shared national identity. Philadelphia P. No mint mark on quarters pre-1980, but by 1988, it had one Denver DED mint mark. San Francisco S for proof coins only. Mint mintage: 1988-P562,052,0001988. D596810, 6881988S. Proof only 3,262,948, with over a billion combined business strike quarters. The 1988 issue isn't rare in quantity, but high-quality examples untouched by circulation are much harder to find than most think. Found with flattened high points, especially Washington's cheek, hair, and eagle wings. Liberty and In God We Trust, sometimes partially faded value, 25 cents. These coins were workhorses, tossed in tip jars, pocketed in drive-thrus, and used in millions of transactions. They were built to last, but not to stay pristine. Grade 1988P. 1988D MS60 MS63 $1.21 $2 MS64 Ms 65 $353 6 Ms 66 $10 $1,512 $20 Ms 67 Rare $30 $7,540 $90 Ms 68 Exceptional, up to $500 plus if graded. Finding in 1988 quarter in MS67 or MS68. Grade is extremely challenging due to the weak strike quality and bag marks common to high-speed minting in the late 80s. Struck at San Francisco in mirror finish, available only in proof sets. Value PR67 PR69, $3 $10. Value PR70 Deep Cameo, $25 $60. Off-center strikes, partial designs, $10 $100 plus clipped planchettes, small curved sections missing, $15 $50. Die cracks, cuts, raised lines or blobs from damaged dies struck through grease. Details missing from grease-filled dies, yet many still circulate. Collectability, low in circulated condition. But MS67 Plus or Proof 70 coins are highly collectible. They're often needed to complete full modern quarter runs. The 1988 Liberty Quarter is not flashy, it's not rare. But for modern collectors and everyday Americans, it's a reminder of continuity, tradition, and a nation between eras. Storage: use 2x2 coin flips, coin albums, or archival quality capsules. Grading: submit only coins with full strike and luster, no contact marks, to grading services like PCGS or NGC sets. Pair with other 1988 coins, penny, nickel, dime, half. For a year, set proofs by proof sets from reputable dealers. Watch for cloudy or spotted examples. The 1988 Liberty Quarter didn't mark a major anniversary or artistic breakthrough, but it marked a moment in time, a year of subtle transformation. It was carried by teachers and truckers, teenagers and veterans. As an unassuming coin in a transformative decade, it quietly witnessed the end of one era and the beginning of another. Today, in high-grade condition, it is not just currency, it is history, ready to be held.